shadows proud. Titanium dreams in his oil-stained mind.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Great to have you all here. Great to be here on this beautiful, beautiful, glorious day. Kicking off today, I've got a poll happening, so you can make your choices what you want to see me build first. And just to throw a little bit of a twist in there, I actually do have a Dead Rabbit V3 sitting on the desk that if I get chance to, I might throw a build in that and do a side-by-side comparison. And I'm going to put, if I get the two Dead Rabbits built, it'll be on two Copper Dreamers because they're both Copper Dead Rabbits. And the Fat Rabbit will go on to the Pegasus because there is one coming that is a mirror image of this. The gradient will run from black to red up here, and it is the Orion. So courtesy of my little brother, the punk rock guitarist, and he picked it up, purchased it for me. I just transferred him the money last night, so that should hopefully be here in about 2 to 3 weeks. So look forward to that one. And the usual stuff will go on: a buffet, the builds, a roll call, and I see that we've already got plenty of activity in chat tonight, which is phantasmagorical. I love to see it, and a couple of people that I haven't seen in my chat for quite some time, which is awesome. But I will go through and shout those people out like I do every week with everyone. What a week. What a week. I have been busier than a cucumber in a convent. It has been crazy. Early starts, late finishes, the normal good stuff. So, and I'll give you a bit of an update on my wife and her anxiety. She actually had her first session with a psychologist during the week, and it's already had an impact. I am absolutely tickled pink that, one, she's gone there and done it, and two, it's already starting to work. She's starting to unload some of the baggage that is causing her anxiety, which is fantastic news. Sometimes you just got to talk to someone that you don't really know, that's pretty much removed from the situation. Thanks, Josh. Yes, it is great news. Yeah, it is, guys. It is so positive to see my wife taking those little baby steps to coming back to being the vibrant, beautiful, vivacious woman that she is. And yeah, I'm very, very, very proud of her. She is, yeah, like I said, it's baby steps, but they're steps in the right direction, which is awesome. Awesome. And after I've finished here today, I've got to install a new washing machine. An extremely close friend of mine has moved back interstate from living down here, and he said to me, well, he come over to visit the other week, and we were talking, and he said, well, do you want my washing machine? Because my washing machine for my work clothes is pretty well run its course. It gets hammered with my work clothes. So yeah, just Josh, I will come back to that comment because I agree with you there. So yeah, I've got to take out my old washing machine, which is a fucking big washing machine. It's a 13-kilo washing machine, and put in this other machine. So there's going to be a fair bit of swearing and cursing in that. And I'm just going to highlight this comment because I believe in it greatly. Wish I could offload something. Us blokes naturally don't like to be vulnerable. That is never a truer word spoken there, Josh. I agree with you completely. I've had my own battles. I have been very public about it, sorry. And it is very cathartic for me to discuss it. And if it helps just one person, then it's worth it to me. It is, yeah, Breeze Tones, you're right. It's easy for us to give advice, but it's really hard for us to take our own advice or do something about it. But when you open yourself up to it and you accept it and take it, it actually, the benefit is so great, to be able to, for want of a better term, purge yourself of what's weighing you down. I don't want to get too deep and heavy into it, but I think it is if more men did it, we'd have a lot less problems of men's suicide rates and why things happen. And it affects so many ages, whether you're a teenage boy through to my wife's uncle committed suicide and he was in his 70s and he was a healthy man. So, and Breeze Tones, that's exactly right. It's about understanding. And I know it's very heavy and it's probably not the best way to start the stream, but look, we don't talk about it enough. We have to, as Nick 420 kid put there, you have to get comfortable about being uncomfortable. And when you do that, you become so comfortable because your mind's freed up. You're not bogged down in drudgery and you're in your own head. And it's oi, that is such a great way to say it. We as men can be very supportive once bravado, ego, piss taking is left at the door. Touche, mate. Touche. It is so true. And it is. It's just about putting your ego aside, opening yourself up, talking to someone that you're comfortable with, because that's always hard to do, and just letting go. So anyway, like I said, it is, yes, there's a stigma about it, but there doesn't have to be. Yes, we all like to take the piss, and to me, showing your vulnerability does not show weakness, it shows strength. It shows a great amount of strength that you've had the courage and the conviction to open yourself up. And anyone that ridicules you is scared in their own mind, in my opinion. Takagawa, just for you, mate. Just for you. Anyway, enough of that. We shall do a bit of a roll call. And I will scroll all the way back to the very beginning. Gaming Vapor, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. It was, excuse me, frog in throat. Oh, talking about frog in throat, just while I'm thinking about it, cleaning up in the garage on Thursday night, and I found a petrified frog in my garage. About, I don't know, 2.5 inches, 3 inches long. Just squat down, decided to go to sleep and pass away. And so, yeah, we've had a bit of rain and, yeah, found this petrified frog, crazily enough. And then there was another one on my, what wasn't petrified, it was alive, but then there was another one on my wife's bonnet of her car on, hood, if you're in America. Yeah, just sitting on front of my wife's car, this little green frog, funnily enough. Next up, we had Aileen Bell, the beautiful, gorgeous woman that she is. Thanks, Aileen, for being here. I know it's getting earlier and earlier, and with our daylight savings finishing this weekend, it'll be earlier again for me next week. But I want to keep continuity with my streaming time for my UK friends. So it won't change for those in the UK, but it will change for other people in the rest of the world. So after Aileen, we had Tim No Zebras, my brother across the ditch. Hope you're going well, Tim, and hopefully those liquids get to you very lickety split, mate. You're not going to be disappointed. And finally getting the Lcious is even more exciting. As you know, it's one of my all-time favorite liquids. And yeah, so tickled pink for you to get those. Then we had, after Tim, we had Brian Enoch. Hope you're chilling, brother, having a little bit of shed time, relaxing, cold beer, Friday evening. Mate, you do you, my brother. Good on you, mate. Thanks for being here. The punk rock guitarist, my little brother. You know I love you. Thank you. And again, appreciate you for all your support and for every little foreign order you organise for me. So, you know that. We talk every day. Andy C, we are vaping. G'day. G'day from me to you, mate. Thank you for being here. Mike Frost, aka Vaping Snowman. Hope you're doing great, mate. Hope everything is fantastic with you. Then the coiling maestro that is Mr. Breeze Tones and a most excellent coffee aficionado. Great to have you here, Breeze Tones. Thank you. I know it's a bit early, but you're like me. You get up before the sparrows fart. So thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate you. Hope things are great in your world. MTLHC, cheers, bro. You, mate, you know I love you being here. And mate, thank you. From MTL, we jump down to the purple princess that is Vapor Bunny, my little sister. Love you, darling. Thank you. JVJ, John the Vaping Joker. Cheers, brother. Hope everything is great with you and yours, and you're having a good Easter. Keep going down and 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 down. Stu Rip, mate, been an age. Great to have you here, Stu Rip, and thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy what I do. Jane Dowd, evening all, stuck on a phone call, so we'll be lurking. You lurk away, my big sister, and you know your liquids I love, absolutely love. So, but hope you and yours are fantastic, Jane. Nick the 420 kid, hello all, hello to you, my mate, and thank you for being here. Keep going. William OG, good evening and welcome. Hope you're doing great, William. Just Josh, oi oi, you fucking squirter. Hope you're great, Josh. Thank you. Oi oi, 6667 YT. Oi oi. I'm grateful for you, mate. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate you. Hope you and yours are well. And keep going down. The Flavour Crave, good evening, my family. I hope you guys are doing great. And, mate, appreciate you. You know that. Dion Troy, to you too, my mate. Hope you're doing great, Dion. Thanks for being here. And keeping going. Oh, Jesus, wanted to jump on me. Takagawa. Hello from Arthur. Thanks for being here, Takagawa. Oh, yeah, bastard. Press buttons that I shouldn't have done there. Yes, Breeze Tones, what's this sleep you talk of? When you find out, let me know, brother. It has jumped on me. because I just saw someone being spoken to and I didn't see them yet. So there we go, back to where I was. That frog would have been 58 milligram. Touche, Breeze Tones. Sawtell, my brother, hope you and yours are doing well. Been loving your content as always. Like I said, if you haven't checked out Sawtell's YouTube channel, please go and check it out. We're very similar in the way we vape. We're very similar in our mindset. And Jason makes excellent content, so please make sure you do go and check out his channel if you haven't already. And Jason, Sawtell, if you'd like to drop the link for your channel in chat, please do by all means, mate. And Urban Vapes, g'day, mate. Welcome, my little twin brother, and hope you and Nicole are well, mate. Thank you for being here, Urban. And jump again. Leander Mangan, g'day, sweetness. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you and yours are well. And Dave Watman, the legend that is, man. The legend that is. You'll be featured tonight. Don't you worry about that. You know what you know what I think of your product. Really loving it, mate. Really loving it. Hope you and the missus are well, bud. And thank you for being here too, by the way. And I think J Logan 4, you made it, brother. Great to have you here, J Logan. Thank you. And shock. Excuse me. Just Josh has recently got into RTAs. Mate, has the world spun on its head? Have I given up vaping SteamCrave? Like, seriously, dude. There's shock horror. I did not think. Wow. Just wow. Mate, I've got to say, I am shocked. I am super shocked that you say this. Like, wow. Just, yes. Not often I'm stuck for words, but that one, yeah. AJ Solo, g'day, brother. Hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Have a bit of caffeinated beverage and a bit of adulteration liquid. I just love power. What can I say? Yeah, Urban Vapes will be home in the studio in about 30 minutes, driving like the clappers to get back. Mate, just drive safely. That's all I care about, as long as you drive safely and get home to your beautiful wife. And, yeah, mate, don't do anything silly. Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, please go and check out the supporters of my channel. They have been throwing it was asked last week about different discount codes and whatnot. Those that most of you were already here last week know that the codes that people have put in for you. But check out Shytots, Zero Mods, Lcious Flavours, SteamCraft Customs, Flavour Crave, and ModFog. The one that's not there is Dave Watman's Handmade Coils, or Dave's Coils now. He offers, if you mention me, he'll give you a cheeky 10%. Flavour Crave has said the same thing. If you do, they'll give you a discount if you mention me. Jane always looks after her customers. So yeah, you've got that stuff. Orion Mission live stream still on 24/7 for you, Breeze Tone. So you're wide-eyed. I don't know if you're bright-eyed, but you're bushy-tailed, but you're definitely wide-eyed. Jane, you're special. I've been called special more than once. I can promise you. I can absolutely promise you I've been called special. Jane, you're special for a different reason, my darling. So yeah. So yeah, please go and check these guys out and give them some love. If you haven't done it already, please like on the video. If you don't like what I do, put a thumbs down. Pure and simple. A special kind of special, exactly, Bruce Tones. Special needs. I only have one special need. That's more mechanical mods. What can I say? That Vapor Bunny, that is so true. So true. Especially as the new norms nowadays comes with benefits and privilege. Couldn't agree with you more, mate. Dead set could not agree with you more. Everyone and everything is special now. And and entitlement comes with it. It just does my bloody head in. I did get in a bit of trouble during the week because I called someone a fucktard, and he got all butthurt. But hey, what can I say? As I said to him, I said, it's only offensive if it's a lie. If it's the truth, shouldn't be offensive. You are a fucktard. Unionised specialism, 100%. So anyway, we'll go through a bit of a buffet. There's more of the same and same of more. So yeah, we'll hit that banner and we'll do a buffet.
Neon haze in the night sky, clouds rising high. Plastic kings in a vapor dream. Vapor fair, let's see them marks. Show me the glow, show me the gods. Vapor fair, where the brave exhale. Blow that storm, blaze that trail.
Just Josh, you're still trying to get diagnosed, mate. Your diagnosis is you're a squirter. That's all there is to it, mate. Anyway, just a couple of latecomers. Neil Tibbets, thank you, mate, for being here. I appreciate you. And obviously, Azza from EB, Early Bird Manufacturing. Azza, great to have you here too, my brother. We will flip over cameras and we will start the Jimmy. We have that color's getting blown out. We'll turn that light off. That's a bit better. We have the Silvercraft Creations Hydra with the Nightmare 25 V1, and in that I have got some of the Bottled Violence Vanilla Custard, and that is slightly out of focus now that I've got typeset there. I can see that. That looks a bit better. Vanilla Custard from Bottled Violence. Delicious. What can I say? Ohms Tips, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here, Liam. I do appreciate you. Then I have another Silvercraft Creations, the Atom X. This is the 21700 version. On top of it, I do have the Vapors Cloud Asgard 25 with Beauty Ring. In that, I have the Lcious Boysenberry Jam Scone. Lcious is delicious. Still running it like I said I would. The 02 with the Early Bird Emperor on top. I have been running this all week. The more I use it, the more I fucking like it. the more I think I'm going to have to get myself another one. Yeah, phantasmagorical. Yeah, yeah, Neil, mate, you've got the trifecta. When you've got Neil, you've got Liam, you've got Azza. It's yeah, you've got the holy grail there. Hope they get back to me. Flavour Craver, make sure you get back to Takagawa, please. Tony showed you the 02 door the other day, Tim. Yeah, they are. There's something special for single battery mech users. These are just next level. In the Emperor, I do have the strawberry swirl from Lcious. Just Josh, no, I do not have the new early bird turnstone. It Azza is actually organizing one for me. They're trying to give you the slip, are they, Neil? But you're like a hemorrhoid. Keep hanging on, mate. My apologies to Flavour Craver. Takagawa. It's the EU store. You're sending it on Tuesday, as a bless you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, this thing is just, and that's a long way from the microphone, but this is just, oh, bless you, Liam. You're too kind. You're too kind. But I got to say, like I said, I've been running this all week. I haven't even re-wicked it. I haven't had to. So I've had no cotton collapse, no cotton degradation, no flavor loss. Yeah, I am really, really, really impressed with this. Really impressed. And yeah, for those that like 30 millimeter RTAs, this ticks every box. I've even gotten used to the single-sided airflow. As a yeah, man, I'm loving it. I genuinely am loving it, and I'm not saying that because you're in chat, because you know I'd tell you the truth. Breeze tones. Further to my discussion about this, I had issues. I've always had issues with top airflow RTAs, and for the exception of the Bonza Pro. Now I've got to. Thanks, Dave Botman. I have got to amend that. I said only the Bonza Pro, but I have had good success with the Blaze Pro Max. This has now confirmed that I can use top airflow tanks without any. And Adam, you may be able to explain it to me. Why, in only top airflow tanks, do I have the cotton split in the middle of the coil? Nothing else. And my mate Chowd Clucker is here, which you will always be Chowd Clucker from this day forward, not Cloud Chucker. Yeah, if someone can explain to me why cotton splits in the middle of the coil, yeah, and it only ever happens to me on top airflow tanks. Still running the 0S40 with the Voltrove 38 on top. In that is still Ducky's Pear. There's no point showing the bottle because it doesn't have Jane's label on it. And let me tell you, that is fiery. That very fiery. That in the 0S, which we call this a 0, well, I call it a 0S30 on a Voltrove V2, having the fluffy nuts on the inside of that. Then all the best to you and yours, mate, for Easter. You take care, and thank you. I appreciate it, mate. Okay, as is saying, I'll send you some replacement glasses on Tuesday. No post until then. Mate, no, mate, it makes perfect sense to me. I've got parcels to post as well to people that again, I could go to the post office this morning, but it's just not worth leaving it sitting there. Okay, Bruce Tones, it is only, I wick everything the same, well, not the same way. I wick to the same style every time, but in top airflow tanks, not, well, it's not done it in the Emperor, it's not done it in the Bonza Pro, and it's not done it in the Blaze Pro Max. But everything else that I've used, whether it be Zeus tanks, whether it be I'm just trying to think of other top airflows, Mike Vapes, the Suck My Mod. I've always had the cotton split in the middle of the coil, and when you go to pull your wick out, it just comes out in two pieces. So yeah, it never ever happens to me. Okay, fair enough, Adam. I've never ever had it in any under undercoil airflow tank. Anyway, last but not least, the Karen Thea from Russian Custom Mods with a Nightmare OG 25 and delicious Neapolitan ice cream. So that is my buffet for tonight. We'll flip back over. That's one of the dishes that you bought from Jane, is the Fluffy Nuts Takagawa. Mate, you are not going to be disappointed in that. So that, yes, that's my buffet for tonight. Okay, what we've got the poll still happening there. And what have we got? Yeah, Bruce Tones, I'll give you a call and we'll discuss it. Child Clucker. I don't know why that's happening, why it's backing off. I do expect you'll get a little dip, but then come straight back up once the coils come up because it's obviously a drain. But that's, yeah, my Evdillo doesn't do it. I'll give you a call, Adam, and we'll discuss that. Okay. The Dave, you still think James Mango is the tits? I can't argue with you, mate. It's something that I vape every day. It is in one of my work mods. It is exceptional. The only other mango that categorically compares, and it's a completely different mango, is a DIY mango that a mate of mine makes. And again, it is, yeah, they're very different mangoes. I think Jane's is a I'll use the word packy mango. It is because it's mixed with the passion fruit. Oh, excuse me. The other one is night and day. There's still mangoes. Just Josh, no. No, it doesn't matter if you don't like real mangoes. They both just work, and unfortunately you can't get the other one that my mate Wafton makes. You can't get it anymore. But Jane's love. Most of the other ones are too syrupy. There is one other that I've tried, which was the one from an Advocate for Liberty. Very good juice, but it does not handle power. It cannot handle power. If you're above 90 watts, it just, it tastes like shit. It's really aimed at in my opinion, 50, well, I don't vape it. I don't use anything under 50 watts. But if you vape it 70 watts and under, you get a juicy mango. But yeah, it's not suitable for me. Whereas the other ones are, yeah, most everything else is too syrupy. Oh, the Arachna lover, mate. Great to have you here, mate. Keep up the good work. You know what I'm talking about with your Instagram stuff. Great to have you here. Nathan, mango, yeah. Mango is so hard to replicate. It is one of those liquids that just, yeah, either everything tastes syrupy or it just doesn't taste right and can smell like cat's piss. Nearly as bad as milk and honey. Just Josh, I know you're never above 90 watts. 90 watts would kill you. So, and yes, Breeze Tones, Early Bird is covering every base. I love the fact that they've now doing the 24 millimeter turnstone and the 22 millimeter in the Sparrow RTA. That key lime tart is sensational. Actually, that's one I will have to get some more from you, Jane. So, because I only use little bits of it every now and then because I want it to last. Some taste like green mango skin. Yes, agreed, Nathan. Scotty Wood, mate, great to have you here. Hope you and Mrs. are well, and hope you're doing okay with your back. So anyway, I'm going to close this poll, and there we have it. We've had 38 votes on the poll, and we're going with the OG Dead Rabbit first up. And like I said, I actually do have 2 Dead Rabbits, both in copper. One is the OG, I'm pretty certain, but people will tell me because I've never, ever, 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 ever vaped the OG Dead Rabbit. Never. And I've also got a Dead Rabbit 3. I don't think I've ever used that either. So this could be very much an experience, but the Fat Rabbit I know, and I know quite well. I bought it specifically to match that. That's the only reason I bought it, because it was the only thing that I thought would match it properly. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with we're going to flip over cameras. I'll do a reset on this camera and we will start the building process. We'll turn that back on and let it reset and build that in. Yep, we're going to build it. Need to flip that light back on so I've got a bit more light on the subject and put on my Temu specials so I can actually see what I'm doing. Mind you, I can't see the fucking screen now. So anyway, we will and can't spell either. I told you I was educated. So there we go. We will flip over cameras. We've got the OG Dead Rabbit. In this, I am going to use Dave's handmade coils. And we'll zoom down and just change that focus. Now, is this the original? Can someone tell me? Sawtell, definitely. So, and this is got a challenge cap on it. So that is an OG. Beautiful. Now I'm happy days. So we will stick that there because there is the V3. I know it's a V3 because it's actually on there. Dead Rabbit 3. So we'll have a look see at that. And like I said, I am going to use it in the on the Dreamer. I do have 2 copper Dreamers. So, but anyway, we don't need to know about that just yet. We'll get this cap off. I did pull this apart and clean it up yesterday. It was pretty fucking dirty, but it had sat, and I know that it had sat for a very, very, very long time. This one came from our... Actually, yes, Adam, I love the Drop Dead. Yes, I can't argue. This one came from my great mate, Squidly Triss. It had sat for an absolute age. Gaming Vapor, what I was saying, mate, I can run the exact same resistance in a bottom airflow RTA with exact same coils, and I have a totally different experience. So, and doesn't matter the wattage. Does not matter the wattage. So I'm not going to show you that. Definitely not show you that. Dave knows where I'm at. So there's some of Dave's beautiful SFCs. Absolutely gorgeous. And hopefully these are going to fit in there. They're not going to be too wide, and they are going to be too wide. Bastage. Well, we might have to change tact on that then and go for something slightly different. It'll be the same resistance, but something slightly different. They're going to be too wide for this. So, but that's okay. That's okay. I have got plenty more where that came from Dave Watman. And no, I don't want that resistance. That's SFCs. Perfect. There, I'm going to put in some aliens. There we have them. It's good having it zoomed in, because then I can open shit and you guys don't see where I'm at. And yes, I will get away with that. Most definitely. Cut those legs at about, well, what's the thickness of that? I know you can cut them from the bottom. I'm going to say probably somewhere about 5 millimeters. So we'll cut them in. I'm going to... Nathan, he has... Well, yes, he has. But he is holding off. He is going to get rid of his whole collection. I think I'll just zoom this out a wee bit. He is going to get rid of his whole collection. He's going to send it over to me to move it on for him. Because, yes, he has basically stopped, but he doesn't want to do it just yet until he is 100% confident that he's not going to start again, which is fair enough. More than fair enough. So, oh, look out, the kookaburras are starting. Well, it is what? 6:45 in the morning. So, we will get my coiling rod. We'll start calling it Rodney, I think. Go on, get through there. Oh, that one. Oh, that. It doesn't go through. There you go. I thought the post holes went all the way through. It doesn't look like as such. And what do I do? There it is. And I'm just going to nip these and just check where they are on the airflow. have a bit of a Bo Peep. And that's going to work a treat, even though that's wonked. I can see that that's wonked. Before you retire anything, Adam, I'll give you a call during the week anyway. And we will, if you need something, I may be able to help you out, mate. So, and pull that up that way. I think that's almost straight and straight. And that focus is out the shit. Why didn't someone tell me the focus was out the shit? So here's that one. And fill that there. And Stuart Valentine, you feckin' bandit. Yeah, Sawtell, that was the same for me, man. One's got to come out a little bit. How's the height look? That one looks down a little bit, but I don't think it is. I actually just think it's camera angles. So, looks pretty good to me. You're not killing the vibe, Breeze Tones. You're just telling the truth, mate. There's a big difference. Get rid of those cut-offs. Happy days. Now that one's still a little bit crooked. That's got to go around that way a bit. Am I wonk free? Camera angles make it deceptive. I know that. No, that one's still got to come around a little bit more. So let's start the process. Let's start the process with the world's most beaten up Odin. And I coloured it in just to make everyone bloody happy. Even though it still looks like shit, I coloured it in to make everyone happy. Okay, wake you up. And definitely don't want 112 watts. Go the right way, you buffhead. Being that they're aliens, I'll start them at about a little bit more than that. Start them around 22 watts. Slow and steady. Yeah, you're feeling it, Sawtell? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm saying, mate. Yes. Just let the colour come in gradually. Starting to change colours there. Takagawa, it's pretty damn hard. That's another reason why I like SFCs, because they don't crackle. Oh, fair enough, William. Oh, we're starting to get a little bit of glow up in there. Just bump that up a bit. And I will state categorically that crackle is for kids. Yes. The process that I use about bedding in coils comes from, brain fart, Birdy. You just had his name. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Nah, that's curiosity. I've got to look it up now. Open another window, and I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. Nick Dumas. That's it. I didn't even have to go that far. Nick Dumas is who I use the exact same process that he does. Starts out low and then goes up quite high to where they're pretty much going to operate at, which is the way I like it. And also I use the back of the tweezers, and I learned that from Mr. Breezetones, to be honest with you. So, and using Mr. Breezetones' pocket science about not having any of the ceramic potentially scrape into your coils made perfect sense to me. And I'd rather give credit where credit is due and be open and honest. So up to 53 watts now. They're coming in beautiful. Okay, we'll go up again. Take it up to 75 watts. Glowing beautifully. We'll go up again. 115. There's absolutely nothing hip-hopping happening there. Now, that's how good Dave's coils are. No issues, no ifs, no buts, no maybes. We will let them cool down for a bit. We'll flip over cameras. And Takagawa, where do you think he learned that from? Because I was the one that planted the seed in his head. That's not big noting myself. I learned it from Nick Dumas. So, and it makes perfect sense. If you're going to vape at that level, your coils have to be tested to that level. The only thing you have to remember is that, particularly if you're doing it with stainless steel, you got to be really careful. Stuart Valentine, the reason for it is Takagawa in chat reckons I look like Arthur Shelby. So hence the Peaky Blinder, the flat cap. So anyway, while they're cooling down, obviously, as Breezetones said, Cloud9. And because it's pretty much all I use, straight out. Pretty much all I use. I don't do the roly-poly that Mr. Breezetones does because he's a perfectionist and I'm not. And I can get away with a bit more than what he can. Oh, mate. All right, Sawtooth. You take care, my mate. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining in while you could. Yeah, don't work too hard. Okay, we'll flip back over. Hopefully I've still got enough time left in that camera before it times out on me. That looks long enough. That one's a bit tight, so we'll take a little bit off that. That's a bit too much. That should be about right. And I didn't put glasses back on, so I'm pretty well screwed there. So down to the deck. I always cut on a 45. And the theory behind cutting on a 45 is that the inside strands are closer to the deck than the outside strands, so makes sense to me. Just a little bit of, sorry, went off camera then, a little bit of fluffage, and I'm doing this without glasses on, so even though I do have contacts in, I am as blind as a bloody bat. Yep. You reckon they need to come out a little bit further, Bunny? They're out. Now, another thing that Breeze Tones taught me, and I don't have them here, and I don't have bent tip coils here, bent tip tweezers. Now, these tweezers are manked. These are absolutely manked. But what Adam taught me is you hold your tweezers upside down, you grab it, and when you put it in, you've actually got more control if you're holding the tweezers that way, as you can see there. But it made sense because, like I said, even though these are manked, this is it's actually easier to get your cotton in. But I don't use these tweezers because they are so bashed about. Adam, it's more about just being honest with people and saying, well, I got this tip from so-and-so. Just, yeah, being honest about it. Yeah, as a dead right. The only thing I can't do is the way he rolls his cotton. That's just not happening with me. I don't have that patience. So it's not so bad on an RDA that has a very shallow juice well like this, but on some of the ones that have a deeper juice well, geez, it makes a bloody difference. And I'm going to use, the Scottish roll, bacon roll, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use Grandma's lemonade. I know it's not in an OG bottle, but it's only because I've got a big bottle of it. And we are going to juicy it up and make it a juicy Lucy. I'll tuck you while you're there, push you in a bit down there. And I'll tuck that little bit in there over there. I always start with the legs of the cotton first before I go to the middle of the coil. And that needs to be tucked in a bit there. Here we go. Just bleh. Rotate you around a bit. I like the legs all saturated first because, and my thought process on saturating the legs first of the cotton is that when you do fire it, there is liquid there to be absorbed before it goes into the center of the coil. Just a quick pulse there because this is still up at higher wattage and I should have turned it down. Just let that cotton absorb, those coils absorb the e-liquid. Like I said, I do everything for a reason, and probably just the reason doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So just, again, the way my mind works. So it's that just needs to be tucked in there. I'll just quickly check that futility, and yep, exactly where it's supposed to be. Oh no, that's still sticking out a wee bit there. I don't want that touching any of the, not touching, but I don't want it being on the outside of the deck so that the cat catches. Have a look, see. No, there's plenty of room down the guts there, Bunny. Okay. Nice. Okay. We go back, we just take those waddies up a bit more because it needs to be from where it is. Take those spectacles off and we will flip back over because that camera is about to reset. I already know it. We'll have a vape on a regulator just to make sure it's stable. Giddy up. Giddy up. Let's look. When did the OG Dead Rabbit come out? I know it come out. I wicked them exactly the same way, Adam. Exactly the same way. I do thin out cotton depending on what type of RTA it is. I go via the catch cup. How much liquid you can usually get a gauge on how. Robert Lawyer, g'day, brother. For however old this is, I know that the Grandma's Lemonade is a very strong liquid, very pungent. But I'm getting everything. And I just want to check that resistance again. Put that under the light so you can see it. Yep, where it's supposed to be. Thank you, Breeze Tones. Unscrew it. We will stick it on a Dreamer. Grandma's is ace, 100%, Jane. 100%. Just a quick flip over. Zoom out a bit. Now that's sexy. That is fucking sexy. Throw in a fresh battery coming straight off the charger, fully charged. Now this is the OG switch. And toasty. Flip back over. And here we have it. OG Dead Rabbit on the OG Dreamer. And yeah, fucking great. Absolutely fucking great. Needs a little bit more drip ejection. Done. Now, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? We should do the V3 or do you reckon do the Fat Rabbit? There is a little crackle there, but Takagawa, that's because they're aliens. Right next to the microphone. So there's the microphone. So, well, actually, at the end of this month, I will be cigarette free for 7 years myself. 1st of May will be 7 years. I completely ceased smoking thanks to vaping. So do I do it? No, we'll do the fat rabbit. We'll do the fat rabbit only because I love the fat rabbit. And I've got enough room. I've got enough room to put in some Ohms Mohawks. Saving these. These are fucking special to me. Thanks, Chowd Clucker. I dual used for 5.5 months, and then I went to not having any cigarettes at all on the 1st of May. So from the 30th of April was my last cigarette. So I'm going to just have a look whether I use the 3.5mm SteamCrafts I have in here, or I'm going to use the Mohawks that I have in here. I think I'll use the Mohawks depending on how wide that build space is. So anyway, we'll flip back over. We'll put the glasses on again. When you say curate my cotton with a final roll this time, I'm not sure what you mean, brother. So Stuart, you look after yourself, mate. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bud. So we'll open these up. And I started vaping purely to get off the cigarettes. I don't I gave up for 13 years cold turkey, and I started on cigars and then went to back to cigarettes and smoked for 4 years and couldn't give up the second time at all. Just didn't have the willpower in me to give it up. And then I found vaping, and it just bloody worked. Now these are some of Liam's Mohawks, as I said, and they're bloody brilliant, and they are going to fit in there fantastic. So I think I will cut them, because I'll pre-cut them at about 5.5 and 5.5. Helps you, bastard. Where did that go? I'll find that. I dropped one. Oh no, I've dropped the coil. Son of a bitch. Bastage. That's pissed me off. I'm hunting for a coil, people. Hunting for a coil that fall down, go under the table, literally. Oh, where'd you go, you mother? I'll find it, but I'm not going to muck around. I'll get another coil out. Yeah, guaranteed Flavour Craver. Anthony Hart, good evening, mate. Hope you're well. I'll do it the right way. And where are those nips? Being that their Mohawks are a bit thicker to cut. One leg, 2 legs, and that's got a little bit of a tail, so I've got to cut that again. I can feel that. There you have it. That's pissed me the fuck off, that has. And sit you in there. So these are actually 3.5mm anyway. Fucking even better. Fucking even better. And tighten you up. Davo Rocket, my God, there's a blast from the past. Hello, stranger. I hope you are fantastic. We really need to catch up, my mate. One, I've got to boomerang your Kennedy extension because I still have it. But I hope you're well, mate. I really hope you're well. Great to see you here. And, mate, Davo Rocket, are you still vapping? Question. Straight out. Square that up. And that's got to go across a bit. There you have it. And that looks pretty square to me. Oh, no, it doesn't. Springs back a bit. Davo Rocket, my lord. Great to see you, my mate. Hope you're well, buddy. Now I'll have to get out another ohms coil. I will find that other one. I guarantee I will. And we'll cut that again at 5.5. You come off there, thank you. And you come off there, thank you. We will stick you on said coil jig and drop you in there and tighten you up. Ah, very good. Very good, Davo. Great to hear it, mate. Make sure they're nice and tight. German girl, Helga's nice and tight. Twisty, turny. Aren't they fucking sexy? Look at that. Look how sexy they are. We'll zoom that in. Long way. Right in close. Now that's some sexy coils. And they're even. Rightio, Eileen. Yeah, probably. Davo, talk to me, mate. We will chat after stream, mate. Or we'll chat over the weekend. I'll give you a call. I will give you a call, my mate. So they are sitting perfectly in there. Again, the world's most beaten up Odin. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Perfect. Back. I don't want 133 watts. Bring it right the way down to probably about 25. Boom. And we will start the process again. Being that these are Mohawks, they may be a little bit longer to bed in. That's probably still a little bit of condensation coming off the deck. Oh, Breeze Tones, you and me both, mate. You and me both. Bringing them in at 25 watts, starting to get some color there. Other Sean, how are you, mate? Thank you for being here. Hope the wife and kids are well, mate. So they're coming in beautifully. A little bit of a scrape there. Oh, nice, Azza. Just bumping that wattage up to 33.5. These can be a little bit more fussy because of the type of coil that they are, but they are. I just absolutely adore Mohawks. And bump some more power into it. Take it up to 44, that'll do. Just my eyes playing tricks on me. Look at that. Absolutely stellar. Okay, we'll bump them up further. We'll take them up to 77. You can see that condensation. I can see that condensation bubbling on the deck. Just check that. Check the resistance. We know resistance is futile. Excellent. Take them up again. Up at 113. Ginger bearded vape god. Good morning. Good evening. Yep. Okay. Yes, I agree. Nice. Oh, you got a little bit of a spot there. Another one there. And I think we're fucking good to go. I really do think we're good to go. All right. We will let those cool down. Take off the specky noddles. That's really pissed me about that coil. It's got to be around here somewhere. And I am barefooted, so I'm running my feet over the carpet. And if you hear me squeal, you know I've stood on it. It can't be too far away. Could be actually underneath the computer. So we will. Now, I think Cloud 9 is perfect, just split down the middle for 3.5 millimeters. So I'm not gonna bother flipping back over. I'll just quickly wick it while it's here. Yeah, to me, 3.5 millimeters is perfect. If I could flip over. Got the cotton in, cut it to the deck, pull it down on the 45, get you out of there. Just a bit of a light fluff out. Not too much with this. Doesn't really need it, being that it's an RDA. Rajan Sagu, good evening, mate. Thank you for being here. And tuck you in. fold you down, cut you across the deck on the 45, have a quick vape. Give you a bit of a fluffers. Again, not too much. Hydrate, vap, yes. I think I need some caffeine, mate. Breeze tones, caffeine for the win. %100% caffeine for the win. In this, I'm going to use my DIY liquid, Custard Malone, a dark vanilla custard. Now that it's steeped for 4 weeks, 100% breeze tones. No, Tim NZ, those ones are not quite upside down because they're not the bent tips. It's only really applicable with the bent tips. I know you've been a smart ass, and I accept that. And I'm doing this without bloody glasses on. You stupid man. Just blare, as Grim would say, blare. Absorb, spread, absorb. Beautifuls. I'll have to put the glasses back on. Check futility. Measure. Yeah, we're staying the same. Put the cap back on. Geez, I got it straight on. Giddy up. Actually, what am I doing that for? Yeah, Davo, that's the irony, isn't it? Back, power up. Geez, those batteries are just about dead. I don't think it'll like this. Don't think it'll like it at all. Anyway, we will flip over, take off the glasses. Pretty whistly. Pretty whistly. We will take it off the Odin and stick it on the Pegasus. And actually, funnily enough, Davo was there the day that I got my Pegasus, I'm pretty certain. We'll get that. We'll get a fresh battery off the charger. Slide you up in there. I'm pretty sure you were, Davo, the day I got this, because we got it from our old mate Daniel through Andrew Gooley. There you go. There you go. Bit spicy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That custard is so damn good. So so damn good. And the whistle's gone. There we go. Yummy. Nick, these are actually ohms coils, to be honest. These are Liam's coils. Liam did make them and sent them over with Dave's last parcel from me, or Dave's parcel to me, I should say, because Liam knows how much I love those Mohawks. There's just something about them. They're super spicy. They just, yeah, really work. Oh, no need to apologize, mate. No need to apologize. No, just explaining to you, mate. Yeah, exactly, Azza. Exactly, mate. Caffeine. I know Breezetone's probably crying because it's got milk in it. But it works for me. Trusty thermos. You're working close with Liam. That's awesome. That is awesome, Azza. And what a great man to work closely with. Anyway. Adulteration. No, I know you're not, Breezetones. You're no one's gatekeeper. You never have been. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, that's awesome news, Azza. That is phantasmagorical news. Phantasmagorical. I think Liam is the only person to explain it properly. But I actually thought it was an inverse of the alien wrap. But I could be wrong. I know nothing about coils. Realistically, there's 3 brilliant coil makers here in chat right now. You know, Dave Watman, Ohms Tips, and Breezetones, all brilliant coil makers. And yeah, they're the ones that'll be able to tell you, mate. Well, count me in that, Azza, because I'm 15% Irish according to my ancestry DNA. So, is that what it is? The middle core collapses. Right, that's how it makes a Mohawk. Right, gotcha. Fair enough. I don't care how they're made. I just know they're fucking great, and I know Liam does them incredibly well. So, anyway, well, may as well go for it. We may as well compare the Dead Rabbit V1, which is actually outstanding. Yeah, Jane, I think I'm pretty far. I'm pretty close behind you on that that statement. So we will do the Dead Rabbit 3. Yes, Tim, they are underrated, and it's the first time in all my years. Well, I say all my years, like I've been doing it, like some of these other guys and girls, that I've ever used a Dead Rabbit. Like I said, I bought the Fat Rabbit specifically to go on the Pegasus, and then Squiddly Trish sent me the OG, and Craig sent me the V3s, and yeah, so I'm a happy camper. Anyway, we will go back over again. We'll have a look at the Dead Rabbit V3. No secondary. It's not a challenge cap on this one, so it's just a standard. And get that off, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Put the glasses back on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so it makes like, gotcha. Dave? Yes, they do provide a unique experience, Adam, and I got to tell you, I prefer them to standard aliens, but I actually prefer staggered fused Claptons the most. I'll put some hair around that hole, Birdie. Christ, I'm freaking mighty. Or maybe I'm using the wrong size screwdriver. That might help. That's better. Much better. I can find the hole with the right size bit. So I reckon I'll give 3.5 millimeters a go on this. I'm going to use some of SteamCraft's staggered fuse Claptons. Seeing how they are my actual favourite coil. Well, they're not actually my favourite. I shouldn't say that. They are a coil that I love. We'll make sure that they fit in there. First and foremost. If they don't fit in there, there's no point doing them. And will I get the... I'm going to have to pre-cut them anyway. Glisha, yo, I should say. English second language. I'm going to cut these at 6 millimeters because if I need to, I can still get underneath that, the post holes. Don't drop this one, Birdie. One. And 6 millimeters again. My coil jig, courtesy of Jimmy Death Rage. One. And one. Don't need the dicky mo because I hold my thumb over the top just to be safe. Get rid of the offcuts because I don't like having them around. And sit you on the jig and sit you in there. And God, Birdie, the D2s are kicking in. Oh, Lauren Johnson, good evening, darling. Thank you for being here. Tighten right up. Tighten right up. And square you up. How far are they sticking down? Ooh, yeah, yuck. Let's see if I can get in there and trim them a bit. No, I can't. Turn them around the other way. No. Well, they are sticking down a bit, so I might have to cut them shorter. Take them out. Come on, play nice. They're going to fight me, I can see it. I'll just take that a bit off camera. Sorry, people. I don't like doing it this way. And I apologise to all the coil manufacturers out there for doing it this way. Because it has sprung them around. Got you back in there. Pull you up a wee bit. you tighten that there and tighten that there. Oh, you heard about Sandra? That's awesome, Urban. Yeah, she's doing really well. I'm really proud of my wife, mate. Exceptionally proud of my wife for how she's coming along. And pull you out a bit because, as Bunny said, you've got to watch the spit back on these, apparently. And I'll cut that one at 5mm. Take a little bit of extra off there. That should be enough. One U. One U. Which I know you went down on the floor, so I'll find you later. And spin my Bearded Viking Custom stand around. Oh, yeah, you didn't go on the floor. You stayed there. Gotcha. There's a little bit sticking out there. We can't have that, because that could create a nasty. We don't want that. We don't want a nasty, not when we're putting it on a mech. Thanks, Urban. I appreciate you, mate. Let them about the same height. And tighten. And Christ, Birdie. I shake like an alcoholic on a fucking Monday morning. We will straighten you up and push you across a bit. Straighten you up a bit more. Stab count 186. Yeah, you're probably pretty close to the point there, Adam. Bring you out a bit. Want you to come across that way a little bit. Being that they're a fairly wide coil, it makes them a little bit harder to push around. And that one's got to come this way a bit more. But I think that's about even. Maybe bring them out a little bit further. I think they should be out wider, closer to the airflow. There's no restrictions on the underside of that cap to make them so that they can't come out closer to the airflow. And there we have it. I think I'm pretty happy at that. And we get the, actually I'll have to stick it onto the can't put it on the Odin. We'll have to go on the lipo. No, we definitely don't want that much wattage. Bring you right down. Yeah, it takes a while to come down from 400 watts. And this one comes down by, I haven't changed it in eScribe to bring it down by 0.5s. It still goes by 0.1s. 25.5, that'll do. Yes, we know that resistance. And we'll start. We will start. Already starting to get some color through there. If I didn't say hello before, g'day Glisha. Hope you're doing well. I'll bump that power up to 35 watts, somewhere around there. 37.5, that'll do. They're already gone gold. Remembering that these are staggered fuse Claptons, so they do take a little bit longer to bring in than Aliens. But they're coming in nicely so far. We'll take that power up a bit more. We're up to 45 watts. Angles. Look, Birdie. No, this is the SteamCraft Hadron, mate. One mod I've never owned is a drag. Never owned one. Never used one. All right, there's a hot spot down there somewhere. I can see it. I can see the reflection. Oh, that. All right, this is going to burn fingers. That post block is loose. And it's bloody hot. That's very fucking hot. Hoo-yah, son of a bitch. That's very fucking hot. Now, I know I do have my Allen keys down here somewhere. That burned my fingers. That burnt my fingers. That's metric. Damn, that's hot. Yes, Jane, you're dead right. How not to do things, people. What I always say, X is an unknown quantity and a spurt is a drip under pressure. Oh, Jesus, that's got some heat in it. All right. See you, Davo. I'll get a call, man. And that's the wrong size, but that's burning the bejesus out of my fingers. So grab a cloth. Sorry, I'm off camera, but it's burning the fuck out of my fingers. All right. Holy crap on a cracker. The 510 pin wasn't tight, so the posts were moving at them. The posts were moving as I was raking and strumming. Sorry, and then when I went to take it off, burnt the fuck out of my fingers. There is one little one down there somewhere. Where are you? Down there. Down in there. You bastard. And you're not wanting to come out. Damn. Wow, that surprises me, Hazza. That really surprises me. Because I've never once said it. Never once. I've never once even indicated that I was, so that really surprises me. Really surprises me. Just checking. I think I might have got them now. And there's another little one right underneath there. And now I think I've got them all. Beautiful. All right. We will definitely have to let that cool down. Time to adulterate. Flip over cameras again. Well, that was a bit of a kerfuffle, wasn't it? Yeah, that made sense. Birdman, early bird. Yeah, makes sense. So I never thought of it like that way, to be perfectly honest, Azza. Never once did I think about it. But as soon as you say it, it becomes obvious, doesn't it? Birdman, early bird. Design an RTA and call it the Birdman. So we'll cut off a bit more cloud nining. And like I said, it's good that these are 3.5mm coils, because I've only just got to split it down the middle. Split it down the high diddle diddle. There we go. The early man. or the cockatoo RDA. We can always call it a gang gang, my favourite bird. But it's too close to gangbang, so I don't think that'd fly somehow. Pun intended. Pun very much intended. I know, you don't need to adjust that. Don't go fucking around with shit when you don't need to. Now we'll just flip it back over. We'll wick this up. Who knows, mate? Exactly, Azza. Who knows, mate? Oh, that tension is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. To the deck and down. And there's a little bit out there. Never say never. Exactly, mate. Never say never. Nice little tickle out. We'll get rid of that. Talking about the cockatoos, Tim, hear them flying over. That's just your everyday white cockatoo. Or every day here where I live. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there goes the king parrots. I will be calling it after I do this. I get the Rosellas as well, but they were king parrots, definitely. It's actually Crimson Rosella starting to come in now, Tim, because it's starting to cool down. They're coming down the mountain. Yeah, they never leave here, breeze tones. Kookaburras are always around here. But what makes me laugh, you go 5 kilometres down the road at the bottom of the hill and you get the Corellas and Galahs, but up here they never come up the mountain. So I am going to put in some locum, Jane, from Shytots, which is the Turkish delight. You got a couple of pigeons outside there, mate. Put my glasses back on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And Jane, this will be one that I will be ordering from you again, because I do absolutely adore this stuff. This locum is absolutely divine. If you slap a no name slap for me, mate. No name slap for me. And Jane, I can get away with vaping it in the house. Sandra doesn't get upset with this one, which is absolutely a blessing. Let that just absorb in. All right, you're sitting on top of the coil. Absorb. Absorb. There we go. Now we're absorbing. Beautiful. Get a bit of heat into those coils. That's why it's taken so long, you buffet. You didn't go right up. We'll take them up. Yep, Azza, that's the right way to do it, mate. Yep, 100% Azza. Touche, mate. Okay, 114 watts. Etch a sketch. I like that, Dave. Well, I think that's just about ready. I just need to tuck that out of the road. And that post there. Make sure it's all tucked in around the deck. Get that away from that post there. And away from that post there. Brummy, good evening, mate. We'll put the cap back on. We check that resistance to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. Oh, one too far. I know they're hot, so I'll let them cool down and we'll measure again. Now that that's cool, not so much cooled down, but I can hold the fucking thing, we will just check the tension on that 510 pin again. Yep, nice and tight. AutoCAD is the minimum, mate. Well, there's no hope of me designing it, mate, because I have no idea. Absolutely none. And because I turned that RDA upside down, it didn't like me. And that's where it's supposed to be. Beautiful. Beautiful. We will throw it onto the another copper dreamer. Yes, Tim, that's exactly right. Yeah, Aileen, we absolutely do. We have some of the most beautiful cockatoos in this country of anywhere in the world. I do get the black cockatoos flying over here pretty regularly. No, we don't have the shoebill. No, I think that's African. That thing's like, mate, that thing's a dinosaur. We got plenty of dinosaurs here. There we have it, people. The Dead Rabbit V3 on the Dreamer. And we'll flip back over cameras. And we'll have a toodle puff. Oh, God, that is so nice. That locum is just beautiful. Absolutely sensational. A bit more drippy action. A bit of boysenberry jam scone. Probably should turn a fan on. So yeah, that shoebill is a badass bird, man. That is a funky ass looking bird, man. Thank you, Urban. I kind of sort of got a pigeon pair happening. Dead Rabbit V1, Dead Rabbit V3, and both on Copper Dreamers. So, and funnily enough, one come from Squidly and the other one come from Legion, because Legion hates copper. Can't stand the smell. My nose has been broken too many times to worry about smell. So, but yeah. Oh, geez, that bit of vapor come from right in my belly. So yeah, people, there we have it tonight. I've been going 2 hours, done 3 builds. Go me. I'm going to call it a night there. Those that are in the punk rock guitarists, shoebill reminds me of my ex-wife. No, the bird that reminds me of my ex-wife is the any bird that has beak and feather disease. Google it. But thank you to everyone for being here. I do appreciate you. I appreciate the support. And anyone that's in the Punk Rock Guitarists Discord server, the link for an after show will be there. And I want to say, I hope you've enjoyed what I've done tonight. There's a couple of people that I've got to catch up with. So obviously being Breeze Tones, Dave O'Rocket, and definitely got to catch up with Azza. Much love to everyone. Thank you again, like I said, for all your continued support. And we will see you next week. Have a safe and happy Easter, and love to everyone. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.